Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Thank you for your time. I value it dearly. This is Raji Rab talking to you about issues of national significance and utmost public importance. Okay, I'll come down straight to the point. Today's topic is our middle class. Middle class. Anybody over 35,000 and 150,000, I would say under 200,000, even 250,000. If it's a family, husband, wife, and 4 kids, and you're making 200,000, it's hard. It's hard. Lower middle class is definitely suffering. Lower middle class is in a position where they're completely crushed. Higher middle class is under the level of stress as to the fact that they try to show that they're okay, they're within decent means, and they don't want to show that they're less than anyone else, so which is very respectable, which is a very respectful thing to think that they don't want to show how or in what way the corners are being cut, but everyone is cutting corners, whether you are in a low or to a very low income bracket, whether you are low middle class or whether you are high middle class. Lower middle class is already crushed. High middle class is under stress of losing their job and falling into one uncertainty to the other, So the thing of the matter is whether we start from the bottom up or from the middle class, higher middle class to lower middle class. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. I've been going around talking to people, and my heart drops when I talk to the middle class about their survival issues. Okay? Mom and dad working, trying to make the ends meet. End of the month comes, bills are standing there, like a sword on the head. And after paying all the bills, there's nothing left. Nothing left. This is so sad. This is so sad that the American families have to work day and night, 2 jobs, to make the ends meet, to pay the bills, and be left with nothing. Nothing. They had just about to start to survive peacefully before the pandemic because their small businesses started to float. They started to, make things happen for their families. Food on the table, payments here, there, little things, demand for the family. Then came the pandemic, shut down, law-abiding citizen, followed the lockdown, small businesses wiped out. Yes, the help came from the government, but this much. Even that is gone now. And we expect everybody to get back to their businesses? No. As far as the pandemic is concerned, we are still in it. As far as relief is concerned, we don't have that. The relief is not there, but when it comes to the mask mandate, the vaccines, law-abiding citizens are following that. But on one hand, there is pandemic, and these guys cannot go out and do their small businesses the way they should because of the social distancing and all other protocols. At the same time, there's no relief because it looks like there is no pandemic relief anymore. There's got to be some kind of a balance. The relief must be extended till the time that it is announced that there is no more pandemic. The relief must continue to the people. Everybody's suffering, okay? Everybody's suffering. And one big cause of that is, what? And it should have been stopped long time ago. When we started taxing the job creators heavily, and then what happened? Look what happened. Let's just put our common sense to it, okay? Oh, the wealthy must be taxed, okay? Yes. And then what? If the manufacturer takes away the manufacturing away from here, so whatever was coming has gone as well. Plus all the jobs are gone. And I keep using the example of Tesla. I don't even know the guys, I don't know the owners, the manufacturer, nothing. I just know that was our auto manufacturer, California's little pride. And we taxed them so high that another state welcomed them with zero taxes or whatever. And these guys left. They left us. And they're happy wherever they are, maybe making more money and expanding more with more jobs. Why can't we bring those industries that have left the United States of America back? That's my number one mission that I have, is I'm going to bring those jobs back. I will go and have this conversation. I will have a conversation with the government. I will have a conversation with these guys and say, look, we're going to give you tax relief. In return, you need to create hundreds and hundreds and thousands of jobs. Not minimum wage. Decent jobs, decent packages, and the government should give them relief with tax holidays for such manufacturers who will come back, and we have to bring them back, because right now it's a downward spiral. People are leaving. I don't see anything coming in. I see people going out, and those people who have gone out or away have already settled down. They're happy. Countries like China are luring everybody in. You go there, you save a lot of money, you expand. And who gets a job? People abroad. That's really upsetting for me, really upsetting for me, that who is making those policies, who's making those decisions. And meanwhile, the foundation of our society, the middle class, it's sinking. It's hurting. Are we going to push everybody towards homelessness? What the hell? How does a middle class family go and buy a home today? Impossible. Impossible. All the time, every day. I start my campaigning 7 in the morning till sunset. I'm out meeting people on the streets, shopping centers, stores, 7-Elevens, fast food chains. I go everywhere. I get in line to speak with people. And the number one hit that I get is can't buy a house. Young couples, 2 jobs. Husband and wife work, can't find a house. This one of the couples that I spoke with, young couple, recently married, and they said, you know what? We were planning to buy a house 2 years ago. We gathered our finances together. By the time we are able to get one, the house range has gone from 600,000 to 900,000. From 600,000 to 900,000. Now, there's got to be some kind of a control on that. Who is doing this? Who is behind all this price hike? A common family that I spoke with, they said, we're scared to go grocery shopping. They go to grocery shopping, they look at the labels, and while they're walking away, looking at their receipt, and they're looking at the list of items that they bought, and they're in disbelief that how much they spent. Because the items that were $1 or $2 have gone up to $6 and so. So we cannot use this as a, pandemic as the excuse, or the ship, ships are stuck in the sea, or the containers are at the, at the port, whatever, man. These are childish excuses. These excuses will run to flourish as long as nobody is looking into this. There's got to be a body, a control that should be set up. I'm going to do that. As soon as I win this election, I'm going to make sure I make a body that'll help not only this district. We'll have similar bodies in all the district to make sure that somebody's interest is protected. Public interest is protected. Public is expecting that when they go down for shopping for at least, household items, there's got to be some check and control. Everybody's complaining that all those items, instead of due to the pandemic pressure coming down, prices have gone up. I think this is really sincerely the job of the government to come down and have inspectors roaming around and looking at this price gouging. There's got to be some kind of penalties. Or at least, if nothing else, the government should go and subsidize the household items for God's sake, so that people still pay the same prices as they were paying before the pandemic, or reduce it even further down, so that there is something, there is some visible presence of somebody out there watching out for the people. There is nobody right now. I'm sorry to say that. Okay, one more thing. This is not about Democrats or Republicans, okay? We are humans. We are Americans. And forget about the rest of the differences in between. Just forget about that. Right now, what discussion I'm having is about public importance, okay? Utmost public importance, survival. Kids, little kids, families, husband and wife sitting down, dinner table talk between husband and wife, sitting like this. I want to remove this. I don't want parents to sit like this. And who's going to pay the bill? What's going to happen? Nobody's got a magic wand. I don't have one. But I know how to make things happen because we are the richest nation on the planet. We have the resources. We have the resources. American people, look at me. You have the resources. We have the resources because all the money that America has is your money. It's your money. Middle class, listen to me. All of you, listen to me. You are the main resource center, the heart of our economy. You are the one responsible to boost our economy, okay? You are the backbone of our economy. And don't let anybody tell you otherwise. You are the backbone of our economy. We all work together to make America the leaders of the free world that it is today, okay? So I reach out to the folks at the helm of affairs. You know, there's got to be some kind of a policy check on this. This price gouging. Look at the gas prices. Oh my God. Everybody's looking at the mileage every day because it's just skyrocketing. No check. Household items, no check. Grocery items, no check. No check. Regulations, sky high. Small business, you know, they're always scared of somebody coming and visiting their business and issuing a ticket or something or the other. We got to look into this. But ultimately, what my focus right now is the shrinking middle class. Okay? Can't buy a house. Rentals are up. Income is low. I can fix that. I can fix that by creating higher paying jobs, the decent level of living standards. Decent level of living standards. There is like everybody's on their own. If you have the muscle, if you have money from some business, or you've been able to survive, or you have luckily you're blessed with good jobs, okay, good. God bless you. But not everybody is in that state of affairs. People are looking for jobs. Students who are coming out of universities are looking for jobs. And what we are doing, we are pushing jobs away. We make it a pride issue that, okay, this manufacturer, okay, we're going to tax them this much, otherwise, goodbye. Pay the taxes or leave. What about the jobs? And you are pushing these guys to leave to make more money elsewhere. It's not they're going to lose money. They're not going to lose money. They're going to just make more money somewhere else at somebody else's benefit. Guys, we got to stop pitting the rich against the middle class against the poor. We got to stop this game. Divide and rule. No. Rich, poor, middle, we are all one. We are tied up together. One for all and all for one. We stick together because the middle class is the foundation of our society. Our society, our foundation. Okay? We got to have this discussion. We have to find out, unless we have a discussion and debate at home, schools, colleges, restaurants, out in the street, anywhere. We got to have this discussion. What's going on? If businesses start leaving us one by one, where are the jobs going to? Government is not going to provide all the jobs. But it's the job of the government to make sure job security is there by strengthening employers, giving them what they need to expand. Okay, we're going to give you space, we're going to give you tax relief. We want one thing in return: higher paying jobs. Can you do this for us? How many jobs? We want 300,000 jobs, 500,000 jobs here, 200,000 jobs here. We got to create those jobs that will boost economy, and that's going to strengthen our middle class. I have so many conversations with families. So many stories. Heartbreaking. They're trying to buy things for their kids. They can't. Birthday's coming. Graduation's coming. This, that, all the parents are doing cutting corners. Even higher middle class. They are all in that situation altogether. Everybody's cutting corners. Okay, let's not do this a little bit. Let's not do that. Let's not buy this. Let's not buy that. And everybody's trying to cut down their means of living to stay within means. And how much are you going to cut? They've already cut enough. There's nothing left. The decent people, They don't complain. They're just trying to look for more jobs. If they're doing two, looking for the third one, how can you even imagine that? It's a very sad of affairs, my fellow Americans. And this issue just needs a collective voice. I am that voice. And I'm reaching out to the government. I'm reaching out to President Biden most respectfully and Governor Newsom. To all the elected officials. Just getting elected and getting there and saying that, well, we're already doing enough is not, obviously it's not enough. No disrespect. I'm sure you guys are really, really busy doing bazillion other things, but number one is public interest. Number one. Yes, the pandemic. Yes, health issues. Yes, environment. Yes. But food, number one, on the table. What's happening indoors? Families, family values. Guys, all of you who are elected, I'm running for election. I'm going out and meeting people all over the valley. This is my district 32, and people complain to me that they only see me. They haven't seen the elected officials from this area. And I say, you don't have to, because I'll be your next congressman. My doors will be open. You can come and talk to me, and you'll make sure when you leave, you go out with a solution. Okay? If your housing issues, I'm going to fix that. If you have any kind of issues that you're facing, this is my responsibility, because this is why you elect an official, because that family member that you select or that official is like your family member who's out there to watch your back, to make sure that your family flourishes. That's my job. That's why I'm running for office of U.S. Congress, because I'm going to make sure that I bring out projects here, I invite businesses here, I bring federal relief, and make policies for housing. Everybody's trying to buy a house. There's got to be some kind of relief from the government. Either it should be, okay, we're going to share 50% of your down payment or 50% of your monthly payments for the first 5 years. Some way to make you settle down in making payments. How can you make payments if you're hand to mouth and your home is taken away from you because you weren't able to pay? No, we got to remove that threat. No more threats, okay? No more threats of survival. Okay, bills are coming, threat. Oh my God. Payment, oh, my car is going to be taken away. Oh, my home is going to be taken away. Oh my God. We have family celebrations coming and we don't have money. Okay, we're not going to do it this year. Why not? It's not your fault. I'm going to take this responsibility. This is why you elect officials. You know why I'm talking about electing officials right now? Because this is the election season. This is the time you're going to make or break your future. Because people think, what's one vote of mine is going to make the difference? Your one vote is going to put me in office and I will be responsible for you. For your happiness, for your family growth, for the welfare of your next generation. I will be responsible. You got to elect me. Because you're going to not give importance, such a vital importance to this factor of electing the right person to the job, because middle class always selects and elects the people and put them, all the election people that you elected people you see, who were they elected by? The middle class. The middle class decides who's going to be the next congressman, senator, president, vice president, governor, whatever. The middle class, you have the power. You have the power. But if you go ahead and just go and do what you've been doing, then you want more of the same. Do you? I asked this question. Do you guys, are you happy with what's going on? No. Do you want more of the same that's been going for years? The answer is no. We've had it till here. We want someone that we can speak to. And I said, I'm that person. I will be that congressman. I am that friend of yours that will listen to you, that will come down to your home if I have to. I'll make a team that will go out, reach out to people, find out the problems, solve them. And I'll make the team from you. Delegate authority. Make committees from people like you, from the middle class. And remember, we are not going to pitch the poor against the rich or middle class against the poor or rich. No, we're not. We are American. We will find a way that everybody has a decent level of living, decent living conditions, okay? This is America. I promise you. And we don't need a magic wand for that. We just need to bring. And I tell you, even those who are abroad, they have the sense of pride. They want to come back. They want to be able to contribute to U.S. economy, to you and me. Yes. But if we push them and drive them away, what are they going to do? They'll end up going somewhere else. At the same time, make more money. It's not about avoiding taxes, okay? No. Nobody wants to avoid taxes. But it has to be reasonable. What are you going to do with their money if the taxes are being taken and the situations are the same? The prevailing conditions haven't changed. All that I spoke to the businesses, they say, look, if we don't make money, how are we going to expand? So give them tax relief under the understanding and conditions that you're going to create this many 100,000 jobs. And not minimum. Let's forget about the minimum wage, for God's sake. Oh my God, this word, minimum wage. It's like we're going to keep squeezing it. Not 9 an hour, 7 an hour, 6 an hour, 5 an hour, free. We got to stop this. What is this? Reduce a little bit of profit, and let that go to the employees. Reduce a little bit of profit, give it to the employees, give it to the staff. And which class is that? That's the middle class. Make them happy, and you will get this much out of the hour. Instead of getting this much out of the day, you're going to get this much out of the hour. Make your employees happy. But there is a solution, guys. Okay, I'm going to make this thing happen. I promise you. And to those people who get elected and disappear, you will never get elected again. Okay, I'm not talking about Republicans or Democrats. For God's sake, this is a totally bipartisan issue. Okay, this is a totally neutral issue, whether you're a Democrat, independent, or Republican. You got to look at it this way: public interest, national significance. Public interest, national significance. We got to bring some relief. Make lives normal. And how do we do that? It's not going to happen by itself. Do we expect the middle class to sit at home and expect one day, angels are going to come down and everything is going to be okay? No. They have elected people like us. I get elected and I'll show you how it is done. But those people who are already elected, what the hell are you guys doing? Don't tell me you have got your plate full and you're already doing about this project and that project and this whatnot. The biggest project is the family. Families are hurting, my dear friends. And I address you, my loving middle class. Help is on the way. Okay? Help is on the way, and I call upon everyone who's listening right now. How do we make it sooner than later? Join my voice. Join my channel, subscribe. Let's take this matter up. I'm sure the government has issues that they're focused on, but that they are priorities. And we got to set this and put it on one of the top priority levels. And how do we do that? We show that the people are screaming out loud. And they want attention, and they want attention now. All I see is people have been suffering quietly, taking pain, not saying a word about it. Struggling, paddling and dragging their families, with whatever little resources they have on their own muscle. Isn't it sad that we are the richest nation on the planet and the middle class has to drag their lives on what little money they have? The amazing thing about middle class is, they don't show. They have too much pride towards their children, towards their neighbors. They don't show they're suffering, they're struggling. They show they're doing okay. But isn't that something? This is not good. This is not good. All I'm asking from you guys is, I'm not asking you to contribute any money. I want you to join my force. Share my channel. Talk to your neighbors about this, that this is nothing to hide. This should be number one agenda for all politicians all over America to strengthen the middle class, remove the pain and suffering. Nobody's asking for a handout. Everybody's asking for a better job. Okay? A better job. Is it too much to ask? No. So instead of pushing the jobs out of the country, we have to bring them back. Make a policy. Make a business policy. Make United States of America the biggest nation providing jobs. Okay? Not minimum wage, okay? Not minimum wage. Of course there are jobs. But I'm not talking about I don't like that word. I don't like that word. It's like you're trying to squeeze life out of someone. Minimum. What a pathetic word. We got to ban that word. But we can definitely offer decent wages to the American people by inviting businesses back, giving them some tax holiday, tax relief, and giving them medals for job creations. Honoring them. Every year there should be a big festival where the people should be honored who created 500,000 jobs, or this job, or high-paid job, or who changed the families, who gave free homes to people. To best employee, oh, you have a home. We're going to buy a home for you. You best employee of the month for this and that. We got to bring that kind of energy back. We got to be the role models of the world, guys. We are. But the stories have gone stale. We got to bring out some new news, some new triggers, some new spark, some new stories. That look what these guys are doing now. I want this the story of all time that few good people got together. And it was Raji Rab who started this movement, brought American business back. People were able to buy homes. Young couples getting married had a future to buy their home, start a new life. Getting a car, and these things are not going to be difficult. I mean, we got to stop these, obstacles in the way of buying anything. Go buy a young couple trying to go buy a car, credit check, this check, that check, and finally this. Even if you have good credit, guys, look it up. Try to go buy a home, Look it up. After all the property taxes, this, that, you're expecting rent to be $1,800, it's going to come down to $3,500, and you say, oh my God, I will never get out of rental property. That's true. If you're paying $1,800, try to buy a house. If you're paying $1,200, try to buy a house. Home buying is like impossible. I'm going to change that. I'm going to build complexes, affordable housing. And I'm going to make sure that I convince and fight for you guys to say, hey, the government has to take the load, down payment. 50%, mortgage 50% for the first 5 years, something like that, so that you can get into the system. Nobody wants to cheat the government. You get a home, you get relief in payments, slowly, you get into the system of making payments. And that property is not going anywhere. The value is going to get better. My heart is with you guys, okay? To all the middle class. Not only in District 32, all over California, all over the United States of America. I belong to you. And I promise you, help is on the way. If a federal policy is going to be made, it's going to be made for everybody. Everybody. No matter what party differences we might have. We got to remove that divide for the survival board for a few minutes, okay? We got to just remove that for a few minutes. Let's just remove that divide, okay? And let's look at whoever you are, whatever your beliefs are, as a family. Let's talk about the dinner table. Let's talk about the first that's coming. If you are blessed with a lot of money, okay, that's fine. I have nothing against the rich class. I love the rich class. I love the wealthy, and I think that they are the source of inspiration for everybody to become wealthy. In this great country, everybody has the right to work hard and become wealthy, and becoming wealthy doesn't mean that you have to be now penalized. No, you must be honored. And we want to set up that example. We want to work hard day and night and become rich and wealthy ourselves as well. Every single person has the right to become wealthy. And I hope and pray that everybody should. Okay? But I'm talking about those who are in the process right now, working hard, day and night. They should not suffer. Okay, they should not suffer. So we got to get together, no matter whether you're Republican, Democrat, Independent. When you go home and first is coming and you're in the middle class, that time does bother you. Okay? It bothers us all. Because we are thinking, okay, most of the families that I know are going month to month. Can you believe that, month to month? Like they pay the rent, the bills, utilities, all those things, gas, money, little bit food, water, and nothing left. Just enough to go through half the month for the next check to come in and check to check, check to check, check to check. There's no laughter in that family, only stress. Kids don't demand anything because they know mom, dad are going through tough times. This is not good, okay? This is not good. But you are not alone. I want you to know that the whole purpose of talking to you here is I'm sharing my heart out that you are not alone. And I'm putting my word out there to put everybody together only for one reason, to make this topic a universal topic, a global topic, and our national topic here. Because this is the opportunity you have, okay? If you have any complaint, this is the time, because the elections are coming. June 7th is the midterm election primary. Primary is the main thing, okay? Forget about general election. Primary decide. It removes a lot of people out of the race. And good candidates sometimes are run out. I'm fighting election contest for my 2022 election because I won the primary and I came across election malconduct, where the law says under no circumstances may a vote count be accessed before 8 p.m. on the day of the election. And these guys started, accessing ballots 10 days before and decide the election, whatnot. But I won't go into detail on that. You got to look at my video on justice, and I'm in court of appeals on that. Okay, but I reach out to you. I reach out to you because I'm talking. I don't want to go right or left. I'm trying to stay balanced, and I'm talking about common ground. Okay. Middle class, whether you are Republican or Democrats or independent, the middle ground is the common ground. Everybody has the same issue. It doesn't matter whether Republican gets elected or Democrat. Look what has happened over the years. Nothing. Nothing has happened. No relief. Only stories, speeches, stories, slogans. Okay. I go to different, candidates running for office. Wow, look at the slogans. Same thing. What have you achieved in life, man? What have you, how many people know you? What have you done? You just decided 10 days, few months ago that you're going to run for office? Did you ever fight in court for somebody? Did you? What have you done? Do you understand people's viewpoint? Do you understand what is hurting them? Do you go door knocking and talk to people and tell them, I'm here and, I belong to you? And my time in office will be your time. I will be answerable. I will be accountable. Who says that anymore? They're scared to say that. Oh, I don't want to say that because then I will be accountable. Of course, you are accountable the moment you decide to run for public office. And what features do you carry? What voice do you carry? Do you understand the plight of the middle class? My dear fellow Americans, I love you so much. Okay? Young boys or girls, families, all that in middle class, they're all compromising with mom and dad. The families, young kid, they're compromising with mom and dad, that not to push them, not to demand anything, because they know mom and dad are themselves having a hard time making ends meet month to month. And how can we help that issue? I'm going to tell you once again. We can help this issue by making it number one topic. Picking and choosing the right people for election. This is the election season, my dear fellow Americans. This is where we change everything. Okay, I brought out the fact that these are the point. These are the difficulties that people are facing for years. For years. And it's time for a change. And who makes the change? You do. You are the kingmakers, my fellow Americans, especially the middle class. You guys are the kingmakers. Okay, just don't give away the kingdom like that. I'm saying this because it's the time I'm running for office and I'm reaching out to you, and I reach out to all the other districts also. Pick up the right person, a person who has the capability to make changes and I have the capability to make changes, I will bring big changes. Day one. Day one, I'm going to have a chart on my website that will say, okay, things to do, aspirations, and I'll have my daily checklist there, my daily agenda there. It should be public knowledge as to what my day is, because my time, once I'm elected, belongs to you. You should know. There should not nothing in hiding. Oh, he's in a meeting. Which meeting? What is he doing? It should show right there. The agenda and the checklist should be on the website, on the news channels, that, Raji Rab, Congressman, District 32, this is what he's doing today, and this is what he wishes to accomplish this month, this week, next month, like that. So the time is being spent on issues of national significance and utmost public importance, my dear fellow Americans. Once again, I love you so much. I thank you so much for your time. Let's save the middle class, okay? Let's save the middle class, because middle class is the foundation. All the economy, all the goodness that you see in America, it rests on the shoulders of the middle class, guys, and they're not complaining. I'm talking to them, and tight-lipped. Everybody's been so tight-lipped about it when they talk to me, and it takes my heart. So let's do this, okay? Let's make this issue number one. Let's talk about it everywhere, okay? Share my voice, okay? Like my channel, subscribe, and I'm going to be back with you with just as important issues. This is a real big issue. Middle class is suffering, our middle class is shrinking. Let's save them, okay? This is our society, this is our family that we are talking about, guys, okay? I'll talk to you soon. Thank you so much for your time. I love you. I love you so much. Bye now.